Rev Mel on Talking Sex Radio is awaiting your call, so call Rev Mel.
Welcome back to the Rev Mel Show, and tonight's a thrilling night because I get to interview Midori. We've been talking about her little losing her virginity, and it was very romantic to me. I got chills because of the fact that most women should do this for themselves, and that's why I understand why this is your pet peeve when people say I've lost my virginity.
Yeah. I was extremely fortunate. I don't know where on earth I got the idea, but I did. See, this is what happens to nerdy book reading girls. She gets this idea that there's a way in which her life can be grand and romantic.
But you also see your sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about her sexuality. Have you ever, are you bisexual?
According to the Kinsey definition of that, I would be, yeah.
Let's give your definition of according to the Kinsey definition.
Well, the Kinsey, let's see, the Kinsey 0, sexually active with only opposite sex and fantasizing only of opposite sex. Kinsey 6, sexually active with same-gendered and also only fantasizing about same-gendered. So since I have fantasies and experience with all over the map genders, then that puts me into bisexual. Although I don't hold on to that title or label particularly.
Yeah. Do labels bother you?
Depends on how it's used. You know, if a label's used as a conversational shorthand to get to know me better, yay, that's great. It's an icebreaker.
Yeah, it's a communication skill.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Something that you use as a tool to communicate with somebody else.
Yeah. However, if a label's used as somebody pigeonholing me into an expectation, or worse still, a political agenda, then not so thrilled about it.
Yeah.
If it's used as a mean tool by which to reduce me to a two-dimensional predictability, no. Icebreaker and a conversational technique, yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, labels are something that we use to communicate, but it doesn't mean that, you know, we're going to put this on you forever. It is a way to get to one place to another place, just where we can get in a common ground. So we're going to ask some more sexual questions.
Okay.
They kind of ask.
I'm thrilled because, you know, actually nobody has in an interview asked me the first sex question.
Well, these get pretty bad. Have you ever had anal sex?
Oh, yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, sure. If I'm in the mood for it.
I have to get drunk. You know, give me a couple of drinks.
Oh, I think that was like my first couple of butt sex.
Was when you were drunk?
Yeah.
Hey, we're twins.
Yeah. But then, you know, I realized, oh, I don't need to be drunk to do this. I just need better lube.
Better lube. And, you know, does breathing really help you relax?
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah. You can do butt Lamaze.
Butt Lamaze?
You know, like Lamaze, breathing, opening, bearing down, relaxing. Yeah.
You should teach a class on butt Lamaze.
Butt Lamaze, yeah.
That's a great class.
And I talk about pussy yoga.
Pussy yoga?
There's fantastic techniques that you can use with your Kegel muscles, your pelvic floor. You know, it's all yoga. You know, we spend all this time doing yoga and Pilates and all that for the outside. What about for the inside? I mean, talk about working your core muscles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Okay. There I go.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing my Kegels. Let's do it. Kegels with Midori.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is, if you do
great.
really, really good Kegels, man, you can like actually kiss with your lips. I have this class called Joystick Secrets, right? And part of what I teach, and it's part of this kind of, I use it in Joystick Secrets. I also have this fun bedroom burlesque class, but it's how to make your lips pulse on your lover.
We're not talking about these
Not
lips.
these.
These.
Yeah.
Your
pretty
hoochie lips.
Yeah, it's totally cool.
So, I want to take your class. So you do your Kegels and you put, and so you can.
And really good heavy Kegels can actually pulse and suck onto whatever surface that they're, oh, you know, whether it's lovers' genitals or hands or face can go.
Does the Kegels help also with, you know, like urination problems? I mean,
Oh, you know,
when you get older.
Oh,
and-
it totally keeps you from having to, you know, visit the incontinence aisle at the supermarket.
When did people start doing all these Kegel stuff? You never heard about this stuff until, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Where did all this stuff come from?
Oh, it's been getting talked about.
For ages?
I think so, especially in like the tantric circles. Yeah.
I mean, you've never heard.
And oh, Betty Dodson. Betty Dodson is the woman who's so been talking about that. She's got her own little designed Kegel exercise wand. Okay, she's a dear friend of mine and totally my hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women are finally controlling their sexuality, and I love this. I mean, I'm from the 60s where we were burning the bras, you know, from the SDS movement and from, you know, protesting against the Vietnam War and so many other things. And when we first started out in the 60s, you know, there were so many taboos, and it seems like everything's being taken off as far as taboos. Because I want to ask you a question.
And those struggles in the 60s about self-actualization and realizing one's potential, I mean, there's so much that today's liberties owe the movements in the 60s. You know, so much. And I think it's being taken for granted in a lot of ways.
Well, we paved the way for a lot of young women, and one of the things that really impressed me was the fact that you can ask a woman, and I know you've dealt with this, have you ever taken a mirror and looked at your hoochie? And most women will go, oh my God, no. And to me, I can't understand how they cannot.
Yeah, that was pretty early on for me as I was sexual with myself. You know, early teenager, looking at myself.
Yeah.
Looking at my whole body naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had Twiggy during that time, so everyone had to be this super thin. And I'm so glad that body images are changing. That no matter what size you are, no matter how you look now, I mean, tattoos. I mean, they're incredible.
Yeah.
Piercings.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing women with tattoos all over their bodies. So let's stop asking the sexual questions. Let's get down to some things. So you were in the military branch of the U.S. Army, and how long were you in the Army for?
I was mostly in the reserves, although short stints of active duty. And how long was that? Reserves, 6 years. Yeah. And you know, it was good. It was not like today. It was peacetime military. It was, I have to admit, pretty cush. Yeah.
And did you attend Berkeley during that period of time?
Yes, I did.
And you've got your degree in?
Psychology.
Psychology. Wow.
I have to confess, I ended up with psychology because I think some of you can probably relate. You know, liberal arts, I was studying little of everything, and humanities focused. And I had to declare my major. I looked at what I had and I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'll declare psychology. Okay, kind of lame, but it was based on interest in the human condition. In hindsight, I probably should have gone more for sociology or anthropology because psychology is so often based on the dysfunction model, and I'm not coming from a dysfunction model. I'm coming from, okay, here's the whole human condition. Some of it work better than others, but in general, it's the people that are functional that fascinate me.
Yeah.
The ones that aren't case studies, the general John and Jane Doe, really fascinating.
She is. I've got to put this out there, okay? Because when I did the research on her, when we first talked, you know, I've known her from bondage, from rope bondage, Japanese bondage, and I've seen her perform, and I'm in awe of her. But she is so much more. And this is the reason why I wanted to have her on the show, because she does teach. I mean, I've got these list of classes. Here I go. Okay. She teaches so many things.
I think I've got about 60 classes right now.
Yeah, let's talk about some of those classes. This is with your company, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, here I
Now,
go.
some things are more top of my list of favorites than others.
What is your favorite class to teach?
Ooh, okay. It's actually not a particular topic, but whatever it is, the class that I get the maximum student attendee audience excitement and participation from. So it's going to vary. If I go someplace where there isn't a lot of sexual resource and I'm teaching, say, Joystick Secrets, which is my #1 selling class. It's blowjobs and handjobs.
Blowjobs and hand jobs?
Handjobs, yeah. Joystick Secrets.
So you're teaching people how to do blowjobs and
And handjobs.
and hand jobs. Wow.
And that's actually my #1 seller. Always sold out.
Both male and female come?
Depends on the venue. Most places it tends to be female heavy, but some of the smart gals bring their partners with. Yeah.
And do you provide a dildo for each of the person to practice on?
Cucumbers, zucchinis, or courgettes.
Wow. So
Yeah.
they got to carve their own cucumber, or?
Oh no, we don't carve it.
You don't carve-
I just and I like to give ones that are a little